Hey everybody, it's going to be a gem of a shave and some other comments today on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey everybody, welcome to Sunday. How are you? So today we're going to do a gem shave today. Normally I show everything at the end, but we're going to be using a gem razor and talking about the best way to use these. And this has got a gem blade in it. Also, I was asked a week or so ago to comment on some happenings that were occurring on YouTube that directly relate to the niche that we have as far as traditional wet shaving. But before we get into that, don't forget to come and see us at www.theshavingcadre.com. We feel we're the finest gentleman's shaving forum and other pursuits on the interwebs. No moderators, just the owners, concierge staff, free to join. Great bunch of people. Come and see us. Also, don't forget to come and see us at Drinks and Dave's, Monday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific. And we are starting this Monday our 3-show journey. Well, actually, it'll probably be, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3-show or 4-show journey into rum. We're going to be doing some rum tastings that Eric over on the Shaving Cadre, EMG, was kind enough to provide for us. So we're going to be doing six tastings. First show, 6 tastings, the second show, and then we'll have the finals. So that should be fun. So that's Monday night at 5 p.m. Pacific. Okay, so as I said earlier, I was asked to comment on some, for lack of a better term, drama that was going on YouTube between some content creators in the traditional shaving realm in their channel and some vendors. Now, I need to disclaim this real quick, is I didn't go through each and everything and found out. So I'm not going to comment on specifics, because you know what? Some of those content creators are subscribers here. I don't know if the vendors are subscribers here. I didn't go that far. But to protect the integrity of their channel and their privacy, I'm not going to mention any names. Those people that are involved in this kind of already know who you are. And I'm just going to make a general statement. And that's it. Because I feel that the integrity of my channel is not about critiquing anybody else's channel, bitching about any other vendor, or anything like that. But I would say this. Many content creators, not just in shaving, but in other forms, want to become influencers. And that's great. Good for you. And as such, they reach out to vendors, retailers, and or the retailers reach out to them and they say, hey, I'll give you some product, you review it, we'll both go home in Ferraris and stuff like that. Okay, here's my problem. You cannot give a non-biased review if you're given something, because the perception is that you were given this product, and in the vendor's mind, well, hey, I gave it to you. Okay, so here's my thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I am a brand ambassador for Brand to Markets, which is the U.S. distributor for Sapone Ficcio Veracino and Cello Milano. However, I pay for everything. Do I receive a discount? Yes. But does that buy me anything? No. I still have to pay for everything. And for those of you that have been around long enough, you realize I was a brand ambassador for Sapone Ficcio Veracino, of which I did receive a discount, but we were going to do a sample program, and we had some disagreements, so I left, but it's still a soap that I enjoy. So that being said, here's all I would say, is to the content creator or the channel, okay? If you are going to accept product from a vendor, and it doesn't matter who it is, make damn sure up front, and I would say do it in writing, that you make sure that that vendor knows that you are accepting this product and very thankful for that, that you will do a comprehensive review of that product. But big letters, that does not necessarily mean it's going to be a positive review. Now, 9 times out of 10, it will be, but the vendor needs to know up front that it may not be a good review. And you, as a content creator, need to not feel obligated to give a positive review. And more importantly, the vendor needs to understand that you're going to have the good for the bad. Being a business owner myself, you gotta have the good and you gotta have the bad. And what I see in a lot of these situations is you only want positive reviews. The problem is if you've got a web page that has nothing but positive reviews, something's hinky, because not everybody's going to like the product. So again, on the content creator side, get it in writing what the expectations are from the brand and what the expectations for you to the brand are before you do anything. I personally believe that you should buy your own stuff. That way there is no ambiguity there. You bought it, you paid for it, even at a discount. You bought it, you paid for it, it's yours. Whereas if somebody gives it to you, you get into some fuzzy areas there. Now, on the vendor side, if you pick somebody or you approach somebody to be a content creator for you or a brand ambassador, you need to know up front that you cannot think that this person is going to give you positive reviews all the time. And if that's your expectation, shame on you for being a bad business person. You need to understand that you may give something to somebody that somebody doesn't like. And if they don't like it, you should welcome that as constructive criticism to say, well, wait, maybe I need to retool something, or by putting the good and the bad on your website as far as reviews or whatever the case may be, YouTube, whatever, let the public decide whether you have a good product, not just one influencer. So if you have an influencer that doesn't like your product for whatever reason, or doesn't like a specific offering that you have, then put all the reviews up. And if he's the only one or she is the only one that doesn't like it, then you know. But otherwise, you're putting out a convoluted, fake narrative, and that's just poor business. You got to be willing to take the good and the bad. I mean, believe me, in all the businesses I've been that I've owned, I've had good, I've had bad. And even in my barber business, there's some people that just don't like the way I do hair, and that's fine. They're more than welcome to do that. But you got to do both. So, and on the content creator side, you got to understand it's their brand. If they come to you and say, hey, listen, we don't feel that you represent our brand anymore, fine, walk away. No big deal. You know, there's plenty of other people out there. But like I said, if you've purchased the soaps, then you can say, fine, I'm not going to purchase the soaps anymore. But by getting something for free, which, hey, I get it, you're going to feel that obligation. And then that relationship that you formed with that vendor, if they decide to drop you or whatever the case may be because you gave a bad review, then that should tell you a little bit about the integrity of the vendor. If they're willing to drop you for one bad review or 2 bad reviews or 50 bad reviews, it doesn't matter, because they're marketing, they're advertising. You are a vehicle. You as the content creator are a vehicle to promote their product. That's it. That's the bottom line. They don't love you. They don't hate you. Whatever. They're trying to promote their product. And by buying it yourself, you have the integrity of saying, hey, I bought this myself. I don't like it. I love it, whatever the case may be. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say on that. No names, no people. Just, we are such a small niche community of traditional shavers that when this kind of drama hits YouTube, it hurts us all. So on the content creator side, know the company you're going to work for or to get stuff from, and put it in writing that you're going to be giving non-biased reviews. On the vendor side and the artisan side, come on, guys, you're business owners. You're going to get bad reviews. Accept that, but don't chastise a content creator because he doesn't like your product. That's all I'm going to say on that. Anyways, so a gem shave today. Now, those of you that shave with gems know that really when you're lining up everything, you got to put the whole face right on your skin, because that's what the angle is. Not to mention that gem blades are are very hard and very stiff. Okay, you perverts, don't read into that. And it's tough when you're shaving a curved face with a razor that you need to put the face of the blade right up against your skin. And one thing I would suggest is to keep the razor, to keep it smooth and not get any skipping or chattering, make sure that the head of this is slick. Because if not, you're going to get some skittering across your face. And the best way to do that is literally just put some soap on it as you're shaving. And with gem razors, you really need to try to create as flat a surface as possible. But they're wonderful shaving razors. I love them. I've got a couple. I'm going to start using my injectors again. I haven't used an injector. Now, the one problem with a gem razor is here, because there's no way you can put it right here. Although, hello, you like my nose? No. Anyways, so you have to tilt it this way and kind of roll into it. And you got to be careful when doing that, because the blade gap, when it gets to the top of your lip, is right at that edge, and you can slice your lip. And anybody who's ever had a cut from shaving on your lip, yeah, well, you know. So I hope everybody's getting closer to getting ready for Christmas. We are and we're not. Because most of the time, we're at the point in our lives where if we want something during the year, we just buy it. So we put a couple of little tiny gifts. We fill the stockings with candy and oranges, so I can watch my blood sugar level go through the roof for one day out of the year. And then for Christmas, we're doing something a little bit different this year. We never have done a traditional, well, I shouldn't say that. Also, when you have large earlobes, you also have to be careful. Usually we do a turkey or go visit friends for Thanksgiving. However, this year we stayed at home because of weather, because we were driving. But for Christmas, we've done a lot of things. One year I made I don't know if it was a 5 or 6 level lasagna with small cut up Italian and spicy meatballs. And this thing weighed, oh my God, this thing weighed a ton. I mean, it was probably 5 pounds. It was 7 layers. That was a lot of work. Then we've done, of course, prime rib, the traditional turkey. But this year, being, and I think I mentioned this, being half Puerto Rican, we are going to do some of my mother's recipes that I found. And we are going to have a Puerto Rican meal. Now, traditionally at Christmas in Puerto Rico, they make pernil, which is a roasted pork dish. And they have what they call pasteles, which is basically a tamale, but the difference is it's made with yuca, which is a plant native to Puerto Rico. It's also made with plantain. The process is very much the same, except instead of wrapping it in corn husks, you're actually wrapping it in banana leaves. Well, we thought about doing that here, but sourcing all the material, we're in Arizona, we'd have to probably import it. So we found a company where we could actually order pre-made tamales. So we're going to do that, or pre-made pasteles. So we're going to do that. They should be here in the next couple of days, and then we'll just heat them up and be ready to go. But what we are going to make from scratch is kind of a hybrid. Most people, in fact, I know Mark B on the forum is going to be doing that as well. I mean, he's going to be making arroz con gandules. And basically what gandules are is pigeon peas. Very tasty, very, very just wonderful. But we're going to do arroz con gandules y, with a Y, pollo. And arroz con pollo is a little bit different, but I'm going to incorporate kind of both recipes into the same thing. And that requires, what they call sofrito and sazon and achiote. So I'm going to be making that. And the rice is actually cooked with tomato sauce and chicken broth. So it comes out a very beautiful orangey yellow. And there's chunks of ham in it. It's just, or what we call tocino. And it's just wonderful. So we're going to do that. And then we're also going to do, hold that thought, tostones y maduros. And you're saying, what the hell is a tostone? Well, a tostone is a plantain that you cut into angled pieces. And a plantain is basically a cooking banana that's native to the Caribbean and to South America. It's plátanos or plantains are used like the potato in Puerto Rico. And they are absolutely unbelievable. It's a main staple in a dish called mofongo, cooked a little bit differently. We'll go into that at some other point. But tostones, what you do is you cut. Didn't think you'd have a cooking show today, did you? You take the plantain, peel it, which is much harder to do than with a banana because it's not sweet. Cut into angled pieces. Soak them in garlic and salt for an hour or two. Dry them off. And in this part, dry them off because you don't want to put anything with water into hot oil. Don't ask me how I know that. And then you fry them for a few minutes until they get a little bit golden brown. Pull them out of the oil and you smash them in what they call a peloncito, which is basically a thing where you smash the banana and it becomes a disc, a thick, fairly thick disc. And then you refry them, salt them, and then you refry them. And that is what a tostone is. And they're crunchy, but they're also savory at the same time. And with the garlic and the salt, they're just wonderful. And then you dip them in a kind of the Puerto Rican version of a Thousand Island dressing, but you don't have to dip them either. To backtrack, also, when doing your fool's pass with a gem style razor, be careful. So anyway, back to the food. So then that's one part of the meal, and that's kind of just, kind of like French fries. You put them on the side, and you make enough of them because you will eat them until you puke. They're that good. And then the final thing is maduros. And maduros are a small, ripe banana, but they have a very good texture. So you actually take them and you leave them in their kind of chunked format. We buy them in a box because it's just easier. And then you heat them and fry them, and they're sweet, but they're sweet. And when you fry them up just right, the exterior of the maduro will caramelize. And so you have sweet and savory at the same time. So it's just absolutely amazing. Puerto Rican food is, well, it's my favorite overall. But so that's our Christmas. And then we'll probably do a traditional pie or cake. I mean, we thought about making what they call dulce de leche or dulce de coco, which is a coconut-based candy for dessert, but we'll probably just do a traditional pie or something like that. So anyhow, now that I've bored you with what my Christmas meal is going to be, but I hope everybody is going to be able to take some time to spend with family. I've got one more week at the shop, and then I'm off through the new year. And I really pretty much do that every year, just because, when you're working 13, 14 hours a day and you're on your feet, you get wiped out pretty quick. Even though I'm only working 4 days a week, it turns out to be close to 50 hours. And to take that time off and just decompress, and then this next year is going to be the first time we're taking a large vacation in the motorhome with a good buddy of mine, Chad, my partner, and we're going to go to the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone and stuff like that. So after this week off, I won't have any more time off as far as a vacation until June. So that's kind of what we're doing. Great shave today. I don't know if I would classify this as DSBBS. Not quite Dolphin Smooth, but definitely BBS. And of course, the soap and everything helps. So let's talk about that real quick. So the razor we used today was a gem, and this does have a gem blade inside of it. Don't be scared of these. A lot of people call these sushi makers. As long as you make sure that edge is right up against your face and you just let it fall, you'll do good. And now there are some areas where you have to kind of adjust it, especially up here, and you have to be careful because the gap on that thing, I don't know if you can see it, but the gap's pretty good. And a lot of blade exposure. The brush we used today, probably no big surprise, Sorrentino in the black and white ebony. I've had this brush since 17. Just a beautiful, beautiful brush with a AMAC tuxedo. The witch hazel today will be CBL Litsea Kubebe. I try to be sparing with this because I don't think he has any more. Or if he does, it's very limited, but it's so wonderful. So today was a little bit of a smorgasbord of a shave when I got up. I wasn't sure exactly. Tomorrow I'll do a straight shave, but we've got a lot of stuff to do today. So we're going to be splitting that up, especially getting some Christmas stuff done because I got to get to the post office and get a whole bunch of stuff mailed out. All that happy stuff waiting till the last minute. What else is new? For our aftershave today is Roselle. Wonderful. You don't see it much out in the public. You see a lot of it in barbershops and stuff like that. I believe they're a Danish company or Netherlands. But it's just a wonderful citrusy aftershave. The one thing that's different about Roselle, and those of you that have used Roselle will be able to verify this, is it's got a slick, oily feature to it, but it's not oil. But it goes on the face slick. And it's just, it's wonderful. And our talc today, we're going to be using Yardley Gentleman, only because I'm running very low on Clubman, and I forgot to bring a container from the shop home. But I've got enough talc to last forever. You didn't want to see that. That's the body talc brush. And yes, I use talc on my face and on my body. You'll find when you live in very arid, hot climates that, well, those of you who are guys, you know. And this goes really well with the Roselle and everything else. Okay, now as far as the fragrance is concerned, this is very much to me like English Fern. You use it very sparingly because once this is gone, it's gone. Now, you can find this on the secondary market for stupid prices, but this is the one that kind of set the world of shaving on fire, and that's Yves Saint Laurent Rive Gauche Pour Homme. This was made to look like a Barbasol can, shaving can, and it is the quintessential barbershop scent. I mean, it really, really is. It's just so nice, and it smells like a mixture between Barbasol shaving cream, Barbicide, and everything else. It's one of my favorites, but I don't wear it that often because I don't have that much. And and that's the sad part about it is you say, well, why shouldn't you? You should wear what you got. Yeah, but then once it's gone, it's gone. Anyways, folks, that's it for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful, blessed Sunday. We will be back tomorrow for a straight razor shave, I hope, because tomorrow is Barber Errand Day. But other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. I'm Barber Dave, and this has been Barber Dave's Shaves and Such, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.